If you think you deserve more, you probably do. And this could apply to your relationships, this could apply to your job, this could apply to where you live, this could apply to every area of your life. If you think you deserve more, you probably do. And it's okay to want more. I think you can be content with where you are and be very grateful for what you have, but still know what you want and know that you want more. And I've always been someone that just likes the finer things in life. I'm not gonna apologize for wanting and liking nice things. Like, I could go to a store that I've never been to, not even a designer store. I could just go to a store, walk into a store, walk around, look at what is nice, and that thing is going to be probably one of the most expensive items in the entire store. And I'm someone that doesn't even shop luxury. Like, I would not pay for a Chanel bag just because I can afford it. Because if it's not nice, if I don't like it, if it's ugly, I'm not going to buy it. I've never ever been someone that shops because something's like popular or designer. I have to like it. Even if it's a trend, I have to ask myself, do I actually like this thing? Do I like how it looks on me? So I've never been someone that likes or cares for designer items, but somehow I could walk into a store and still pick the most expensive thing, and one of the most expensive things, and that's just who I am. And my sister and I are just like that. Like, we've always liked and wanted finer things in life, and we're not going to settle. That's just how we are. And I know this because, like, literally, we could be talking about something we want in an apartment, for example, and my brother is just like, I just need somewhere to sleep. we could be like, yeah, it looks nice, but like, we don't want this thing, we don't like that thing. And that's just how we are. And that's just innately what we are like. That's just innately who we are. And we've always known we wanted more. I grew up in Nigeria. And even being in Nigeria, I just always knew I'm not meant to be here long term. I just always knew, like, I'm meant for more. I just always knew. Like, you know, when you're watching an interview of like a celebrity and they ask you, when do you know you wanted to be a singer? When do you know you wanted to be an actor? And you're just like, I just always knew. Like, that's what it is. Like, if you're someone that just knew that you wanted greater for yourself, don't let that feeling leave. Don't gaslight yourself out of that feeling. Because the way the world is, like, it's so difficult sometimes to hold on to just who you know that you are. Like, sometimes it's hard not to let like other people's other people's desires, other people's idea of what is realistic, like, influence us. Like, if you know you're someone that wants something, don't let the world gaslight you into thinking, oh, maybe I'll just be happy with this thing. Like, this applies maybe to relationships as well. Like, if you're in a relationship where you're like, I know this is not the person for me, but maybe everyone else is getting married, or maybe like people are like, oh my god, but he's a nice guy, and you're like, but I don't like him. That's fine. You don't have to like every nice guy that looks at you or is nice to you. If everyone else around you is marrying someone for their money, for example, and that's just what everyone in your vicinity and everyone around you in your environment is going for, and you know, yeah, this guy has money but he's not kind, this guy has money but it doesn't make me laugh, and you know deep down that you want someone who makes you laugh, do not settle. And so I use both examples because not everyone wants the same thing. Even if you're someone that maybe likes a guy that has money, but people are telling you, but you know, he does this, he does that, but you know, deep down, you want someone that has money. Don't settle. I think you have the desire for a reason. I think you have the desire for more, for greatness for a reason. And my sister and I keep saying we've always been like that. When we were moving out of like my mom's place and we wanted to move into a new apartment, I was living in the UK at the time. We like literally looked at so many, like a few places actually. I think we got quite lucky because this was in 2021. So we like, you know, the market changed since then. But anyway, we only viewed a few of them within like a day or two. And there was an apartment that we looked at and we thought, like, on the website, we're like, oh, let's go view this apartment. We got there, like, we looked outside, we looked around, we're like, hell no, like, immediately no. Like, you do not have to tell me twice. And like, we knew what we wanted, and it wasn't that. Settling for some people would be like, oh, let's go look at the inside. Maybe if the inside is nice, and I wouldn't care so much about the outside. That's just not who we are. We looked at the outside, we're like, no, this is not what we want, and we didn't even bother viewing the apartment. And that's just who we are. We have high standards, and sometimes like, are these high standards like greater than what we have at the moment? Yeah, like I've always wanted nice things, and I can't yet always afford those nice things. So sometimes I guess you're gonna have to make a few like compromises here and there, but you are still not going to settle for less than you want. I think it's okay to have things as a stepping stone. Like if you want a job that pays a certain amount, or if you want a job in a certain industry, but you get an opportunity that maybe pays less or is less than what you want, but you know that this job is going to be a good stepping stone into getting you where you want to go, I think it'll be like stupid to not accept a job offer just because it's not exactly what you want. If you think, oh, this job has some perks actually, and I think I can get benefit from like this thing, I think it makes sense to take that job, right? Because you still have that vision in your head. What would be settling if you just like accept your fate and be like, ugh, I guess I'll just stay here. I'm too scared to move. I'm too scared to make a change. That would be settling. And you're never going to be happy settling, because you would always have that pit in your stomach, that tightness in your chest, that something's not right. And that's when you know you're settling. And I've always wanted more. I don't know yet what that is, but I would know when I get there. And I've always just thought, I want more. And sometimes I think, oh, should I just be happy with like that? Like, should I just be happy? Maybe I'll be happier just like doing like the 9 to 5 like for the rest of my life, like clocking in, clocking out. And you know what? I could find a 9 to 5 job that I love so much that I'm like, you know what? I could do this for the rest of my life. But I know that I want more. So even if I have a 9 to 5 job that I love, I know that I want to do more outside of that. I know that I want greatness. I want more. I want to achieve more. And if I have that like feeling and that desire and I decide not to pursue it, that is settling. And if you look at someone, you're like, I like what they're doing and I want to do that, I think you should go for it. For example, Justin's camera roll, I think I've referenced her in my video before, but she's on TikTok, Instagram. She documented the start of her influencer journey. She said, I'm going to become an influencer. And she did it within like 2 years. And this is someone that saw something that she wanted and she went for it. It started with a desire. It started with knowing like she wanted more. And it started with knowing that she could get more. I think you have to have that desire that you want more, and then the delusion in thinking you are going to get it. And not everyone has that desire. Not everyone has that standard. Not everyone cares to be great. And that's when you know that it's just a desire that you have, because not everyone cares to be extra. Not everyone wants more. Some people are okay with having less. Your less could be someone else's dream. And that's why we're all different. Like your less could be someone else's like peak, and that's fine. So like, don't compare where you are and don't compare what you want to someone else. So if you know that you want something great, but someone else seems to be happy with like where they're at, don't think, oh, maybe if they're happy with where they're at, maybe I should be happy where I'm at too. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Listen to your gut. Listen to yourself. If you think you deserve more, you probably do. But I don't think everything's just going to fall into your lap. This is where you have to sort of work for it. This is where you have to take action. Are there people that are lucky? Yeah, like I think I'm somewhat one of those lucky people. Like people have told me before, yeah, like, oh yeah, that's just lucky. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll accept it. Like, yeah, like I'd rather be lucky than like suffer for something I want. I'd rather like something fall in my lap than have to like strive and work so hard for it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, that's just who I am. I'll take luck any day over like hard work, and that's just the truth. Like, I don't think you have to work so hard to the point of your detriment. I think if you can work smartly and softly, that is what I would go for. But that's a story for a different day. But I think I'm somewhat lucky in life, yes, and I'm going to accept that luck and I'm going to be grateful for that luck. But I've also had to work hard to some extent in life. I've also had like hard times. I've also had difficulties in so many different ways I'm not even going to get into. But I think like luck and then some effort. You have to make the effort, because if you don't, you're always going to feel uncomfortable. You're always gonna feel just not, if you're not doing what you should be doing, you're always gonna feel uncomfortable. You're always gonna have like this anxiety that you should be doing something because you know you're not where you need to be. And that's what I'm talking about. You would know if you're not where you want to be. No matter how much you try and gaslight yourself into thinking, oh, maybe I'll be happy with this, or maybe I'll be happy with just this. You will not be happy with just this or that. You would not be happy, I'm just telling you, until you actually take the action and do what you want to do. If you think you deserve more, you probably do. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!